Over to you, Sir Clyde.
Okay, thank you so much, Lady Bev. Really good to have you back in the saddle. Let's working together. Let's getting the good news out, giving people a new scope of hope to cope. I thank you so much, and may the Lord continue to bless you. Now, Sanki, oh, what an amazing company. Thing I like about Sanki is their attitude, the Japanese attitude that they bring to the table. I've never been a part of a company with a Japanese flavor. But what a difference it has made. I've been a part of companies that have the philosophy of the Western world. We have hundreds and thousands of products, but it speaks to symptoms that people have. But what we have in Sankey Global is their mantra. That is what impressed me when I saw it for the first time, as I heard Mr. Harvey spoke about it about a year ago in Florida. And the mantra is reverse, recover, and restore. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you're chiming in from tonight, wherever you are in the Caribbean, in the USA, in Jamaica, in Canada, etc., we give you a type of hope. We do not know what the doctor told you the last time you went to the doctor. And we may not know and understand what you are seeing in terms of on your body or what you are feeling in your body. And as one lady put it, Mr. Campbell, I want to get my body back. If you ever wondered if you will ever get your health back, if you'll ever feel like yourself again, ladies and gentlemen, you're at the right place at the right time. The person that invited you to this call and you made the effort to be on this call, it will be worth its weight in gold. You are here, you may hear something that will give you a different perspective. You may hear something that just when you thought that you have seen it all and you have heard it all, you may hear something that says, hey, let me try this one. Let me try this one. And if you try it, you may get the experience that many persons have gotten in terms of the Sanki difference. So the Sanki philosophy is that instead of trying to fix symptoms in people's bodies, and do we have symptoms, hundreds if not thousands of symptoms that shows up in and on our body, but Sankey doesn't believe in fixing symptoms. They believe in fixing the systems in the body. They look at the body as a whole. The body is to work in harmony. The body is to work in concert. And we don't have the philosophy of dividing up the body into having 100 different consultants to deal with different parts of the body, the eye, the ears, the nose, the heart, the lungs, whatever. We see the body as a system, and it is intertwined and greatly interconnected. And the philosophy of Sankey is that if we fix the systems will take care of the different symptoms that are there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to say to you from 1970, a team of Japanese scientists led by Mr. Bedi Edeas. He's a genius of a man. He's no ordinary man. His mind is a brilliant mind. And no wonder he and his company, Sanki Mayor, has received countless awards over the years. And no matter wonder, he has products that are listed in the PDRs all across Japan, all across Mexico, and many other places across the world, many journals and things of that nature. So we are happy to know that we have 400 scientists today working on these award-winning products, and they are making a big difference. So 1970, the Japanese scientists made a powerful observation that the average American lives to be, say, 74 years old. On the mainland in Japan, however, they live to be 90 years old. But here is the crux. Okinawa, Japan, that island in Japan, the residents live to be 100 very often. 90 and 100, 105. Mr. Edias said that he is a patient 105 years old. And he has made these products to take these centenarians to the next level of their lives. And I'm happy to be one of those persons who are able to say to people, no matter what your current state of health is, it can be improved. No matter what your doctor said to you, don't come to any final conclusion until you get a second opinion from Sanki Global and the four fantastic products. So here we have a company that grows its own ingredients, a company that uses only natural products like ingredients like olive, rosemary, turmeric, spirulina, black bean, green tea, and cacao. They do not use anything that mankind's DNA has not had more than 1,000 years of association with already. So your DNA recognizes these. No artificial stuff, no GMOs. These ingredients are designed by nature and nurtured by science. A company that uses nanotechnology, biotechnology to give us the finest products in the world. So, for example, we have a patented advanced delivery system, in which our nutrients are so packaged in minute packages that when we consume these products, we say, bless it and take it. And you take it in your mouth and it comes into your stomach. You don't need even to digest it if you have a bad stomach. You don't need to digest it in a small intestine in case your microvilli and your villi are damaged. It is so packaged that it can go straight into your cells. It crosses the cell membrane and goes into your cell, find your hungry organelles, your damaged organelles, and your organelles that are surrounded by many toxins that have bombarded, let the gunk in your trunk, and begin to clean up the gunk in your trunk and bring nutrients such as it has been asking for. So every day you take the Sanki products, it's like Christmas is coming to you again. These are amazing products. So no matter how things are, no matter how bad your organs may feel, no matter how you may feel in the mornings when you get up, many people now lives are transformed. You have some persons when they wake up in the mornings, they have to wake up in stages and phases. There are some people that when they get up in the morning, they cannot just get up out of their bed and go to the bathroom or go to the kitchen just like that. What they have to do, they have to wake up, their eyes are open, then they try to sit up on the side of the bed for a few minutes to get the blood flowing, get energies going, and then they stand up because they want to make sure their legs are informed that they want to move, and then they gradually hold on to something and then try to make their way to somewhere that they want to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what people are doing now, they are sleeping well, first of all, during the course of the night. They get up when they want to get up. They just get up like that and go do things. It's a new day. It's a new life. And that is why Sanki Lady Bev is so different. And the Sanki difference, ladies and gentlemen, is that we have products that the world has never had before, has never seen before, has never experienced before. The sheer science that goes into it. And we are happy to tell you later on. I think we're going to ask one of our doctors, probably Dr. Rutan or Dr. Denise, to tell us about the microscanner and how quickly these products work. And in 15 to 20 minutes, you can actually see the difference looking through this microscanner that is like an electron microscope looking into your body. So, Lady Bev, I'm hoping that I answered the question.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Sir Clyde. I definitely agree with everything that you have said because I've seen these products work in people's body over and over, including myself and my family. Yes, we're definitely going to have Dr. Denise, who is very, very knowledgeable as it relates to the blood. I mean, that's what she does day in, day out, to, talk to us about the microscanner at the end. However, Sir Clive, when I listen to you speak, you know, even in the work world, you realize that the retirement age has been pushed back to 105. Some companies 5 years, some companies 10, because they're basically saying people are living longer, we can live longer, and the war is over. And what I love about this company, as you spoke about, is that the nanotechnology that is infused into these products, it goes straight into the blood, and that's one of the reasons why you get basically instant results. And you know, as you said, Sir Clive, it's the system. Even if you have a company and there is not a system, in no time there will be no more. It will be wrecked if you don't have a proper system that is working. And this is what I like about these. I love about these products. They work on that system, which is the body. If the cells are working, the organs are working, the different part of the body are working, I am sure that we're definitely going to live on a much better life. And gone were the days, when are saying, you must just eat. And I had this conversation, a few days ago, who had said to me, boy, they're eating healthy. You can eat. But a lot of persons don't understand supplement. For example, in order for you to get the amount of vitamin C that your body need a day, you need to eat at least 120 oranges. It's not possible. You can't.
Mhm.
And that is why when we have companies like Sanki Global who grow their own products, ingredients that makes their products organically, and together we know for sure that we are getting something very good. But Sir Clyde, about the microbiome for a number of weeks, and every time we listen to you talk about the microbiome, sir, we hear something different. Christmas, and you know that during the Christmas holiday, everybody, we all overeat. Pork and chicken and fish and sorrel and about any other part of the world, but I know about Jamaica. When it comes to Christmas, we don't hold back. We don't. You cook like you are never ever going to cook for the. It is just a tradition. It is just a culture. And I've been to Trinidad, so I know for that is how the Trinidadians, do that too. Dr. Denise online to say whether I'm good, and I'm sure there's no difference in Bahamas, because we all here, whether you celebrate Christmas, yes or no, the breeze, the time of the year, it does feel different. Want, but then we have the gut to fix, to answer to, Sir Clive. When we
Mhm.
eat that amount of pork and that amount of beef, we're just going. Sir Clive,
Mhm.
speak to us, sir, as it to our gut microbiome and a lot of the food we would have consumed recklessly during the Christmas holiday, sir. Over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Lady Bev. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you may call Clive Campbell a very emotional person, and that he may say certain things and do certain things a certain way. But until Sanki Global, I never knew that I had a microbiome, that I have a microbiome. And I am particularly moved to know that this delicate, intricate, sensitive, important part of me has been there like unnoticed and mistreated out of ignorance. And I feel very badly about that. And I apologized. I apologized to my microbiome. Ignorance of the law excuses no one. Ignorance of the microbiome. I just thought they were just bacteria, good and bad bacteria, and you try to get rid of them because for 150 years and more, mankind has been trying to damage the microbiome and to damage rather the bacteria because they paint them in a very bad way. But now that I'm learning about what the microbiome represents, I'm on a particular journey, a journey of discovery and rediscovery. What is this amazing, fantastic microbiome? And to establish, you might want to call a relationship with my microbiome. And I apologize to them and say, make a promise that, guys, I'm going to do everything within my power to take better care of you. As a result of that, it has affected the very way that I live. Because now, as Michael Jackson said in his song about Ben, it is not I and me, it is us and we, the two of us, we all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about 100 trillion microorganisms that live inside of your body, and 40% of those microorganisms live inside of your gut, in particular your colon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm intrigued that this microbiome made up mostly of bacteria, virus, fungi, pathogens, and even parasites. They live in harmony. They live in unity. They live in concert to get my life going. And I didn't know. I didn't know. I ate carelessly. I allowed for medication and antibiotics to be taken in my body, and that damaged my microbiome so badly. And when I learned that, I said, God help me not to live so carelessly. That doctor need to give me antibiotics for the rest of my life. I don't want to take any more antibiotics. I don't even want to take any more medication. I've adjusted my diet so that I don't eat carelessly. Some of the things we spoke about, Lady Bev, is staying away from the pork, staying away from the meat. I have made that choice. You don't have to make that choice because I am aware the light has now been turned on. I have my eureka moment. I've come into a recognition that there are things that if I were to continue to do them, it will continue to damage my gut that is already damaged. Now I'm on a journey of restoration, of renewal, of giving my gut the best chance of becoming healthy again, to be restored again, to be vibrant and to be fit again. And therefore, I have to participate in my own recovery. In my own recovery. I have to do that. And in doing that, I've fixed even my diet. I've dramatically reduced my meat consumption. I've made more effort to eat more fruits and more vegetable. I've made every effort to stay away from foods that are sprayed with glyphosate. I've made every effort to stay away from things that are milk based, solid milk in terms of cheese or liquid milk. Ladies and gentlemen, these things I realize that my microbiome is hurt when I eat this type of food, because what Clive Campbell likes to eat is not the menu that my bacteria and my microbiome likes to eat. So I can't be selfish and only eating for my human cells. I have to eat for my non-human cells because of the role that my microbiome plays. And ladies and gentlemen, the doctors are calling this the invisible organ, the microbiome. They are calling it the 13th organ. They are calling it the most important organ inside of the body. Why are all these things accorded to the microbiome? Because we learned a lot along the way. In 1990, when they started the Human Genome Project, mankind was very hopeful now. They're trying to sequence and map every single gene in the human body. And they were hopeful that they would find millions of genes and they would find the answer to cancer, they'd find the answer to diabetes, arthritis, and all the other chronic degenerative diseases of mankind. They were very hopeful in 1990. But 13 years later, they found out that the human body only possessed 22,500 genes. Why were they hopeful that there would be millions of genes? Because the common rice plant has 40,000 genes. The common worm in the soil has 20,000 genes. Ladies and gentlemen, we only have 22,500 genes. Proud man, egotistical man, man at the top of the totem pole was cut down because he realized that he was not doing all the things by himself. We can only survive because of the microorganisms. So we have 10 trillion human cells, but 100 trillion microorganisms. 22,500 human genes. What about anywhere from 3 to 4 million microorganism genes? What makes us human ain't even human. We are an ecosystem, a holobiome. Ladies and gentlemen, we are part of a system, a superorganism, and we have to play our part in ensuring that there is balance inside the body. So, Lady Bev, this microbiome means a lot to me. For the rest of my life, I'm going to enjoy. You know, nowadays when I'm hearing love songs, I dedicate these love songs to my microbiome. Close to me, you're like my mother. Close to me, you're like my father. All my life, I pray for someone. And finally, what a friend we have in our microbiome. And I know that, and for you to know that your health is in direct proportion to the health of your microbiome. If you are on any prescription medication, it is only because your gut microbiome has become damaged and is crying out for help. Ladies and gentlemen, please answer the cry of your microbiome. Please pay attention. We do facials, we do manicures, we do pedicures. Why not treat your microbiome with a sense of dignity? Let me tell you the story. Let me tell you the story quickly. There is a gentleman that is a gentleman. This gentleman is a lawyer. He has this big house on the hill. Big, when I say big house, a big house. And one day he was at work and he wasn't feeling too well. And he decided that he would come home a little early. And so he was home in the daytime now because he would go to work early in the morning and come home late at night while it was dark. So because he came home he was able to see around his house a little better. And he observed that there was a ladder at the side of the wall of his house. On closer examination, he realized that a ladder was on one side of the wall going up and the other side of the wall going down. And he was wondering what on earth is happening. So he positioned himself upstairs in his house and he observed for a while until, guess what he saw? He saw a man climbing over the wall, then a woman, and then some children were climbing over the wall. And they made their way to the back portion of the house, and he didn't see them for a while, and he wandered us up and he went around there and inquired, and asked, what are you doing on my property? And they admitted, sir, we don't have anywhere to live, and we have been living in this section of the house for a while. How long have you been living here? About 2 to 3 years, sir. I said, oh my God. Hear what the lawyer said. All right. If you wanted to kill me, you'd have killed me a long time. If you wanted to hurt me, you'd have hurt me 1,000 times over. But guess what? I don't want you to keep on climbing over the wall. I'm going to give you a key. Make your entrance to the property on the gate. You can continue to live there. Ladies and gentlemen, this story, I find it to be quite an amazing story. The lawyer upgraded their status from being a trespasser and a squatter to be a resident and occupants. I'm saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, upgrade the status of the bacteria in your body from being trespassers and from being squatters to be occupants, having all the legal rights and status to live inside of your body. I could say many more stuff, ladies and gentlemen, but I allow Lady Bev to ask me the next question or to do the next thing until she brings me back on.
Thank you so much, Sir Clive. Powerful information. And, a lot of us, we are here listening and as you said, I did not know about any, as a matter of fact, I didn't even know the word.
Hey, Bev, I don't know if you realize, Bev, but we're not
Stand
hearing
exactly.
we're not hearing you sometime.
You're not here
And normally
now?
you chip out for a fraction of a second and so on, but no, you chipped out a while ago for about 2 seconds.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. It's, flow is are you hearing me well now?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. Lady Bev,
In and out
gi-
pieces?
give me 2 minutes to say something that I didn't get to say in terms of the benefits of
Okay,
the
go right ahead,
microbiome.
Sir Clive. Go
All
right
right.
ahead.
So why the microbiome is so important is that it inside of the gut is home to your microbiome. It lives there, and 85 to 90% or more of your serotonin is not made in the brain inside of your skull. It's made inside of your gut by your microbiome. Your serotonin is what determines your mood. Serotonin is an antidepressant. The serotonin determines if you are sad, anxious, or depressed, moody, or irritable, or if so it happens that way. Sorry, if your body is not making sufficient serotonin. So it also contributes to your cognition. Dr. John Gray, in it, the same Dr. John Gray that wrote the book Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, tells us that every one of our 100 billion brain cells are surrounded by 7 bacteria. They cross the blood-brain barrier, and the bacteria, they are everywhere. They are in our mouth, they are in our nostrils, they are in our eyes, they are in our throat, they are on our skin. The bacteria on the arm is different from the bacteria on the forearm. They do it different from the one on the elbow. You have bacteria all over your body, on your leg, all over every orifice of the body. You'll find bacteria, and there for a purpose. The second thing about the bacteria is that they define our immunity. They train our immune system. Your immune system is only as smart as how your bacteria has been able to train your immune system. Your immune system and your microbes are friends for life. They were came in existence in your body and start the journey at the same time on the day you were born. I could say so much more about that. I'm trying to behave myself. But they are your basically represents a major part of your immune system. So your ability to fight any invasion or any infection is determined by how smart your biome has made your immune system. Your microbiome controls your digestive system, the digestive process, to take food and break down food and to ingest food and to make the most of your food. The microbiome is what determines if you are healthy in terms of healthy weight, or you are fat, or if you're slim. It determines your metabolism. It determines your endocrine system, and it turns on and turns off your genes. It controls your heart. It controls your brain. It controls your skin. Everything about your body. If your skin has eruption, if your skin has eczema, dermatitis, acne, is because a corresponding part of your gut is damaged that affects it. If your brain has issues in it, it's because a corresponding part of your gut has been damaged. I just wanted to say that. I can't comment much more, but thanks for allowing me to say that, Lady Bear.
Because, listening to you, am I still going in and out?
Go on talk, Bev, and I'll tell you.
All right. By listening to you, Sir Clive, and every week that you speak on the gut microbiome, it should be clear to all that every single illness and sicknesses begins in the gut. If
Yes,
we start taking care of the gut, it means that we are already taking care of all symptoms,
yes,
which is so important. So then now we have, kidney problem, liver problem, heart problem, what everything is coming from the gut. Am I
yes,
correct?
yes, please.
Wow. I'm sure we have a lot of new persons on this call. And it is very important to understand and know that studies have been done on the home. Can you shed some light, please?
Some yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report to you that we have some good news for you. One of the worst things that can happen to us is to live in an inflamed body. An inflamed body is telling us that the body is damaged. How does the body become inflamed? How is someone living in a damaged body to have diabetes, arthritis, cancer, Alzheimer's, Parkinson, schizophrenia, and 300 names of diseases? How does this happen? Metabolic endotoxemia. Now, what is that fancy word for? It means leaky gut. Ladies and gentlemen, something we all do and love to do 3 times a day at least, some people do it more than that, is one of the main reasons for inflammation inside of our body. Eating. Can you imagine that, there? Eating is the main reason why our body has become inflamed and damaged. Now, explain, Clive, what do
And
you mean? Yes.
Yes, and I think that was one of the reasons why first question to you, I know that we pig out, and this is what we call it in Jamaica, everything. We we
Mhm.
we literally pig out during the Christmas holidays.
Mm.
And I know it has been created, sir. So, in answering, that question, sir, I want to touch back on some of the foods that we really love to eat at Christmas with the effect or the effect that it had on the biome. And in that same line, sir, what is the major cause of chronic inflammation in the body? Tie up all
Okay.
three for me.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the standard American diet, some call it the SAD diet, is comprised of 30% of that diet comes from a meat source. The protein comes from meat. 60% come from processed food, things in boxes, tins, bottles, bags, things we put in microwave, things we buy in fast food store, things that we fry. And the color of your food is very important. If when you finish preparing your food, it is brown, gray, or white, be very careful, be very suspicious of that food. Look at it in a very dick-eye way. Your food should be like the rainbow, many colors, very diverse. So be prepared. I know over the Christmas holiday, we eat a lot of the foods that fall in the category of brown, white, or gray. By the time I finish cooking the pork, the meat, the fish, the curry goat, and those things, by the time I prepare the rice and peas, the white rice, white flour, white sugar, the white salt, and the white milk, and the sorrel with a lot of sugar in it. Sugar is an anti-nutrient. There is no nutrient in sugar. It's one of the most dangerous things you can ever put in your body. The suggestion that is made is if you're walking down the road and you see Mr. Sugar coming, he ain't your sugar daddy. Cross the road and walk on the other side of the street. Anywhere you see sugar, avoid sugar as you'd avoid a serpent because sugar is your nemesis. And continue to speak about the standard American diet. Only 7 to 10% of the standard diet of America is in the category of plants, vegetable, fruits, nuts, grains, seeds, lentils. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the things that feed your gut microbiome, vegetable, plants, etc. Because we are only eating for the human side of things, it has caused inflammation inside of our body. And I tell you why. When you eat your meal, you need to release digestive enzymes. You release in the stomach, you have acids. When you chew your food and try to digest your food, it kills off billions of bacteria. They die in the process of digestion. There are two types of bacteria, gram-negative bacteria and gram-positive bacteria. 70% of the bacteria in your body are in the category of gram-negative. Gram-negative bacteria has a particular, for the want of a better word, compound in it that is called LPS, lipopolysaccharide. Under the normal scheme of things, millions and billions of these bacteria die. That lipopolysaccharide is released. If the gut is not damaged, it passes out to the body in waste and no harm to the body. If your gut is leaky, and guess what? More than 50 to 60% of persons on the call tonight, you may have a leaky gut. Some persons might say, Clive, I believe it is more. You can make the judgment. When your gut leaks, why would your gut leak? Because the bad bacteria dominate your gut. When your good bacteria dominate your gut, quite likely your gut is sealed, it doesn't leak. When the good bacteria rules your gut. When the bad bacteria dominates your gut, a lot of candidas there, a lot of bad bacteria there, It eats away at your mucous membrane, a thick mucus layer that protects the endothelial layer, one cell thick, that prevents all that is happening in the gut from going inside of the body. Bad bacteria eats away at that mucus layer, eats away at your endothelial layer, and cause a breach inside of that wall that is supposed to protect and prevent stuff from the gut to go into the body, and stuff from the gut is leaking into the body. Increased intestinal permeability, leaky gut, or metabolic endotoxemia, choose your word. It's the same thing. Things from inside of your gut leaking in your body. Now, when lipopolysaccharide from these bacteria goes into the gut, it's a toxin like sepsis. It's a poison, gets into your blood, and it triggers the inflammatory process. This is where inflammation comes in, because stuff that are not supposed to get into the blood are getting into the blood. This toxin, LPS, is your worst nightmare, is your nemesis. It damages every single organ inside of your body because it causes inflammation inside of your body. And we have been hearing about inflammation. This is how it really works. That the bacteria that are dead gets inside of your blood, releases these these toxins and lipopolysaccharides, and it is causing chronic low-grade inflammation. In that stew of your body being inflamed, it gives rise to the chronic degenerative, debilitating conditions that affects your body. So it affects your brain, it affects your heart, it affects the lipids in the body, it gives you hypertension, type 2 diabetes, dementia, is a cause of cancer, polycystic ovarian syndrome, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, Alzheimer's disease. It causes obesity. Here's what happened. Those LPS molecules attach themselves to the fat cells in your body and make them even fatter and make them swell even more and make them bigger. That is why we tend to have these tires around our waist, because lipopolysaccharide is causing obesity, and we are becoming heavier because of this damage. So do you see the connection, ladies and gentlemen? I wish I had the luxury of time to explain how this causes beta amyloid plaques inside of your brain, which causes Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's, the medical fraternity has no answer for Alzheimer's. Can you imagine this dreaded disease of Alzheimer's? You're trying to remember if you take your medication or not, and you take more medication than the medication you took because you did not remember. You don't remember if you fed the dog. You don't remember which day of the week. You don't remember your wife's name, or you remember your wife's birthday. It damages you. It changes your life. This is what is causing it. But here's what. We need products to dissolve those beta amyloid plaques. And you'll be hearing more in terms of how the products we're talking about can dissolve these beta amyloid plaques, reverse Alzheimer's, reverse schizophrenia, reverse multiple sclerosis, and the other neurological disorders that you have in your body, and how these products will fix the damaged joints that you have. We speak to the type 2 diabetes that you have. We speak to the chronic pain you have inside of your body. Ladies and gentlemen, the skin problems that you have is as a result of a leaking gut. Every single one of the problems in your body is as a result of a gut that is dysbiotic, a gut that is leaking, and a gut that is allowing for endotoxemia to be inside of your body. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the cause of your sickness and your disease by just eating. If you have a damaged gut, every time you eat, you're creating a low-grade type of sepsis inside of your body, which is poisoning of your blood. How can it be fixed? The good news is coming up, Lady Bev.
Amazing. Wow. Sir Clive, we're definitely going to go. We're going to be taking these call each week to the next level. We're going to go into cranny of this body to ensure that each and every one who week understand the makeup, what we need to do to that we keep in good health. So, Sir Clive, we are now going to talk about 4 fantastic products that this company have. And the good news is that these 4 products that this amazing company have care of the problems that you just spoke about as it relates to the gut microbiome. And when one of the company's slogan is that store and it recover. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Sir, take us into the 4 products, sir, and tell us how these 4 products assist, help. Because, one of the things before you talk, let me say this. A lot of us, when we're taking supplements, I mean, we have 30, 40 years. And after we take we take the supplement for a day, looking for the result at the same time.
Mhm.
Wow. That we damage that, our body for 20, 30, 40 years. There is hope. There is hope through these fantastic products that Sanki Global, the best technology on the planet, the nanotechnology, to infuse these products into the blood. Know from time immemorial that the blood is the life. Take care of the blood, and the blood will take care of the rest of us. Am I correct, sir?
Most definitely.
Talk to us about these products, sir. Talk to us about the benefits. Talk
Wow.
everything as it relates to how these products are going to help to fix. Thank you.
Bless you. When I went to Florida 14 months ago, I heard Mr. Arvida said, these products works 100% of the time for 100% of the people. I'm not accustomed to that sort of talk. So I didn't repeat it too much because I didn't understand how a product could do this. I heard reverse recover restore, but then I'm hearing works 100% of the time, 100% of the people. I said, what kind of Sanki sing so? So it is only the Sanki can sing so. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the first of our product. It's called Hasaki, Hasaki. It is a dietary supplement powder, and it utilizes a technology called Bovia, a patented technology called Bovia. This product, ladies and gentlemen, is a product you have never seen before. If you have never had this product directly before, you have never had it in your body before. This product nourishes the microbiota. How do we fix a leaky gut? If you can get your good bacteria to dominate your gut space and to rule and control and bring harmony and bring vibrancy to your gut, these 596 metabolites in the Asaki products are designed to feed your gut microbiome, nourish it, and bring it back to life and help with the diversity of the microbiome inside of your gut. This is good news in a bad news world. This is how you fix a leaky gut, by nourishing your microbiome back to life. Now, you're trying to understand what metabolites are. Now, whenever we eat, for example, a plant-based whenever we eat plants, if you want to say carrots or grapes or spirulina, turmeric, and so on, what happens is that your human body cannot digest it. We only have 17 digestive enzymes. The small intestine easily digests our highly refined and processed food, the traditional macronutrients of carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. But when you eat plant-based product, it has fiber in it, resistant starches. It crosses your stomach, it passes your small intestine. Where does it go? It ends up in your colon. What do you have in your colon? 39 trillion live organisms that have been starved for a while, waiting to be fed, and they're getting a feeding frenzy. They digest and break down plant and fiber product, and they make what they call short chain fatty acids. These short chain fatty acids are the same things as metabolites: butyrate, acetate, and propionate. When Sanki Global make this Hasaki product, they studied for 50 years which strain of bacteria to use to ferment these ingredients: rosemary, olive, turmeric, spirulina, etc. And they are good in the Japanese, they are great in the art of fermentation, because before fridge and electricity and those things came about, modern man had to learn how to ferment their food. Now the Japanese found out of the thousands of strains of bacteria which ones to ferment, so they ferment the food, they ferment these ingredients, make these products. So when we consume them, we are making bacteria-friendly food. It comes ready to nourish your microbiome, nourish your bacteria, nourish your gut, nourish back your digestive tract, and bring it back to life, health, and vibrancy. That is the power of this product, Asaki. If it is the only product that Sanki Global made, it would still be worth its weight in gold, and this company would still become $1 billion company. Asaki, ladies and gentlemen, please do not let this week end and you do not bless your body with Asaki. Now, let me tell you, Asaki tastes good. Allow me to say this to you. When you get your package of Asaki, it's a powder in a package. You take 2 or 3 scoops. I use almond milk. Some persons add banana to it and papaya, red berries or blueberries or whatever it is, and they blend it out and mix it. You see, when you do that, you cannot just stand up and drink it. So you have to sit down in a favorite recliner chair, turn on the fan, turn on the AC. Then you just put a gulp in your mouth, but don't swallow at the same time. Swirl it around in your mouth and introduce your tongue to good up nutrition. Nutrition never tasted so amazing. Now then you take time and you swallow it and let it course down your 14 inches of esophagus and let it caress the inner walls of your stomach and go into your duodenum, your jejunum, and your ileum until it goes all the way into your colon and begin to release these amazing metabolites, and your bacteria in your gut are singing joy to the world. Asaki has come, and they are nourished and they begin to fight for you in the way that they always wanted to fight for you, but they were denied because proper nutrition were not always available. And now they begin to fix back the gut lining. These little men, these little women, these little workers begin to work overnight, night and day, to fix your gut and fix the damaged gut and preventing a leaky gut. And if you fix that, you fix the autoimmune diseases that are caused by a leaky gut and the chronic low-grade inflammation that causes 95% of the diseases in your body. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day for nutrition inside of your body. This product, Asaki, nourishes your microbiota. It improves protein absorption by 20%. 20%. It also increases the oxidation of fat in your body and burns away fat and provides energy for, guess what? Your trillions of mitochondria. Can you imagine one product speaks to your microbiome on one side and your mitochondria on one other side? And you might say, what on earth is the mitochondria? It is that section of your cell that makes your energy. Some cells have 2, and some cells may have 2,000. Your heart cells, your brain cells, your muscle cells, and so on will have hundreds and thousands of these mitochondria. And guess what? Over the years, they have become damaged. They have become dysfunctional. Many of them have died off, and you don't have enough inside of your body. For example, in your heart, you have thousands of mitochondria in each heart cell. Because of poor nutrition, because of antibiotics, because of aging, because of free radical damage, because of poor lifestyle, because of radiation from cell phone and cell towers, electricity, because of stress, all these things, poor sleeping habits, our, our mitochondria has become damaged, some depleted. Because of that, our heart is not beating as strong. And there are some people, we're going to the doctor, we're having heart problem, circulation problem, atherosclerotic plaques built up in our arteries. Ladies and gentlemen, the good news I have for you, can you imagine if your heart is beginning to beat like when you were a teenager or in your early 20s again, and your blood is able to squirt? Men, I know you're smiling because yes, that little fella will be happy for what can happen with a heart that is pumping, a heart that is happy, a heart that is getting healthier, because these products are designed to fix the things in your body that are damaged, damaged mitochondria, damaged microbiome, and bring them back to health again. If your microbiome is healthy, if your mitochondria is healthy, guess what? You are reversing in age. Many of us on our birth paper, we are saying that we are what? 40 or 50, but our organs are looking like 60, 70, or 80. We are older in our organs than our birth paper suggests. What about anti-aging? And bringing back to balance your chronological age with your biological age and put it in reverse. Because I hear like Lady Bev is saying that she's always 16 years old, but then can you imagine now if she can have organs looking like 14-year-old teenager? Ladies and gentlemen, it is a new day. If you ever wanted to get rid of those issues in your tissues, the damage in your arteries, the damage in your knees, if you wanted to climb your stairs again, if you want to bring back your memory again, if you are out of breath, oh Lord, ladies and gentlemen, this is the product you need. Asaki, bring Asaki to the party. And ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a new day. Do I continue, Lady Bev, or do I move on to the next product?
You can go on, King Clive. The internet is going in and out, so we are
Oh,
going to move on. Because listen, talking about the Hasaki, the bovia that's in it, the technology that goes through it, the mitochondria, the microbiome. Listen, let's go on to that like morning shower, that Bel Age, baby. Let's do it.
talking about shower. If you always wanted to clean the inside of your body, the same way you clean the outside of your body with rag and soap and water, ladies and gentlemen, take Belage and you will be in charge. This product means beautiful age, Belage, Belage. It means beautiful age, and it utilizes Orizon Enzyme 5 technology. This is a patented technology, ladies and gentlemen, that reactivates your body's antioxidants, superoxide dismutase, and glutathione. When those antioxidants have turned up again in your body, these antioxidants cleanse the inside of your cell and get rid of the debris and the gunk and the grease and the grime and the dirt and the COVID that is hiding there, and put them out and say, to the left, to the left, to the left. You don't belong here anymore. It cleanses the inside of your cell and also repair your mitochondria. And when your mitochondria is repaired, then it can deal with the proper metabolic function of the body, because it is your mitochondria that does not only generate energy for the cell, it controls the activity of the cell, because the mitochondria is the only organelle inside of your cell that has its own DNA. If it is damaged, it cannot fight, it cannot help, it cannot produce energy. Can you imagine with Belage? It is re-energized and it's coming back. It has 300 plus metabolites in it, and it is helping to give back your body a new surge of life, a new surge of energy. Now, inside of your cell, you have the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, you have the chromosome. Inside of your chromosome, you have your DNA. Inside of your DNA, you have your genes. Now, if you cannot protect your genes from free radical damage, which is generated by damaged mitochondria and cellular activity, then it might become mutated. It can form cancer. If you don't have sufficient energy in the cell, you cannot induce what they call in science apoptosis, which is programming a damaged, cancerous, mutated cell to die because it does not have sufficient energy. It's like when your cell phone is low. If you have a toy and the battery is getting low, it cannot perform well. Similar activity inside of your cell. Now, when your cell has energy again, it can fight cancer and it can can induce apoptosis or repair the cell if the cell is not badly damaged, restore the health of the cell, and your cell can continue to enjoy good health. So friend, this is how it reactivates the body. It increases the energy production naturally. It improves blood circulation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, mankind has always wanted to find a way to deal with circulation issues, especially as man ages. When somebody reaches 40, 50, 60, 70, and so on, they begin to have circulation problem. Blood is not flowing. And the Bible said the life of the flesh is in the blood. Because in blood you have nutrients, in blood you have water, in blood you have your immune system, in blood you have stem cells, in blood you have the different particles and nutrients, and in blood it removes waste from the cell for proper metabolic activity. If the blood vessels, especially the capillaries, which are so small, everything is blocked by damaged, by cholesterol, by blood fat or damage, then that cell, those organs are starved and has been starving for quite a while. Can you imagine a product comes along, natural as can ever be, and clear the blocked blood vessels and allow blood to flow? We have studied this product, clinically studied it, double-blind randomized study, that in 15 to 20 minutes we can demonstrate that these products are able to clear blocked blood vessels and blood is able to flow again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day. If you have circulation problem, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, if you have a damaged heart, blood vessels, atherosclerotic plaques, ladies and gentlemen, this is a good news product in a bad news world. So I'm happy to tell you, it increases hydration at the cellular level, which we need. It has anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation, here it comes again. It has anti-inflammatory properties. It has immune support, and it has been clinically proven to be 83.9% successful against the COVID-19 virus. Now, ladies and gentlemen, by the time you take Ballard's 83% and you take the Asaki, you're gone over full 100 already, man. And your body is fortified and certified because your body now is under new management, Sanki management. So, ladies and gentlemen, if your body is yet to be Sanki certified, tonight is a good time to go to your neighbor and say, lend me some Sanki till the morning, till I get my supply, and begin to fix your good up body. Oh, Dr. Ruth Ann, do you want to comment, or do I go to Conway Fire?
Listen, you can go on to Cronwy, but persons don't understand what this Balage does in your system. I know for me personally, I have been taking the product since December 2019, so before COVID. And it's amazing how it literally, like, you know, how you just said, it builds your immune system, I think by 40, I think it's 45 or 35%, 45%. And guys, I have proven this. My son the other day, about 2 weeks ago, when I tell you he was sick as a dog, I'm talking coughing and and it was awful. And you heard the mucus coming out. It was awful. He was sick for about, I think, a week and a half. And when I kept on hearing, I said, you know what? I said, Malik, please come get some Balage and some Inner 7 and a Crenu, put it in some hot water. And guys, he said, Mommy, after I drank that, he said, I thought mucus was coming out. The mucus just started coming out, and it was just an erroneous amount of mucus. Then my son, who actually is in the room with me, and I have an autoimmune, he then caught it. And I was like, oh Lord, I could be sick. It come in. Guys, I did not get sick at all. I literally remembered, I think on one call that I did for the team, I was very stuffy. That was it. That was the mucus trying to come out. But why? I drink my Balage sometimes up to 3 times a day, along with the Cronwy, along with my Inner 7. But it is proven, guys, you build your immune system. And for me, that's a lot. Why? So anyone on this call that knows persons that, fall in that category of having that autoimmune, being that person that can't really be around people because you got that low immune system. Guys, I take 750 milligrams of Cellcept per day. I am an autoimmune person. That's what I'm dealing with. Persons that that have multiple sclerosis. What I have is the sister or cousin to multiple sclerosis called neuromyelitis optica. And I have seen changes in my body. I've seen the strength in my core be able to maintain, which before I wasn't able to do it. I've been going to physical therapy for 5 years.
Mm.
And it just would not maintain. I would work so hard during the week, sometimes 6 to 8 hours at therapy, and the weekend after I would relax. By Monday, it would feel like I didn't do anything the week before.
Mm.
Ever since I have been taking the products, I feel the muscles building on top of each other. I feel the strength in my core area. Even the band, I had this very tight band. They call it the MS Hugger band. It was awful. Sometimes it felt like I couldn't breathe, but it was so funny when you'd go and take the oxygen thing that they put on your finger, it would say that my oxygen level was at 98 and 100%. So the
Mm.
doctors would be looking at me like, ain't nothing wrong with you, miss? And I'm like, no, y'all don't understand. I feel like I internally can't breathe.
Mm.
And ever since I've been taking the Belage, that has slowly dissipated away.
Wow.
So y'all, all I can say, guys, listen to what we're saying and try it. You know, we have a sample program. Try it, because I'm telling you, we don't want to force anything on you. I am telling you, try it. Once you have Belage in your system once, there's no
Yeah.
turning back.
Wow.
No turning back. So go on again to Cronwy. Let's do it.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Cronuit Fire, KRONUIT Fire, utilizes the auxiliary night reset technology. Night reset. This product resets your body while you sleep. Yes, many persons are happy to hear the word sleep because many persons don't sleep well. They don't get that deep REM sleep and they suffer from even sleep apnea. A lot of people die in their sleep just because they are not breathing well. Instead of breathing through their nostrils, they are breathing through their mouth. And many persons are dying because of sleep apnea, that sort of thing. But ladies and gentlemen, when you're on this product, oh my God, your body is being reset, your chronobiology and everything like that. So we are happy to let you know that not only does this product let you sleep well, it takes care of persons in terms of sugar concerns. Now, when we make 600,000 different products in terms of food on the planet, and then 70% of that food have added sugar, we are being burdened and bombarded with sugar. From our children, teenagers growing up until now, we are eating too much sugar, and sugar is not good. If sugar is not good, high fructose corn syrup is even worse. And aspartame, don't even call that name. Artificial sugar is not good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, just try to get sugar out of your mind, out of your diet, out of your vocabulary, because sugar is bad news. It is sweet to the tongue, but bitter to the belly. In Jamaica, our grandmaster was sweet, nanny goat is going to run in belly. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of the sugar and how it generates inflammation in the body, I am learning that lipopolysaccharide, which I spoke about earlier, it goes to the brain in the hippocampus region of the brain. Hippocampus is what controls your insulin and sugar levels inside of your body. One of the problem and damage that LPS causes, it damages that part of your brain. That part of the brain being damaged and affected, you lose control of your sugar. It gets out of control, and that is why we become diabetics. But just say, Clive, I've been hearing all along about the pancreas. That is the second part of it. I was telling about the first part of it, why so many persons. And here's what is happening. Younger and younger people are presenting with diabetes. I think Dr. Manu on the line and Dr. Denise on the line, several other doctors on the line. You can tell me. 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds are now being presenting with diabetes when they go to their doctors because of this very same phenomena, this very same damage that's causing. So we have 700,000 diabetic, 700 million rather, diabetics in the world today. And the World Health Organization and the American Diabetic Association are fearful that there are 4 pre-diabetics for every known diabetic. In another couple of decades, we may have on this planet 3, 4, or 5 billion diabetics. diabetics. When a person is diabetic, heart disease, cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's is easy to happen inside of you. So here it is now, the hippocampus region of the brain is damaged because of lipopolysaccharide, come from the same source, endotoxemia. But here it is what now, lipopolysaccharide. It goes to the pancreas and damage the islet of Langerhans cells inside of the pancreas that makes insulin. What an insult. So sugar and LPS, these are the things that are damaging our body. And we are now type 2 diabetics, type 1 diabetics, and Alzheimer's is called type 3 diabetes. So ladies and gentlemen, we are having a problem on this planet. And if God doesn't help us and send something along, we are going to die one way or the other. The entire planet will be a planet of diabetes and planet of diabetics. So I just give you that information because that is how the doctors have presented it to me as I do my research. So here's a product that increases thermogenesis and burns fat while you sleep. So we are having a problem, lipopolysaccharide. Lipo usually means fat, polysaccharide means sugar. Guess what this product does? It burns both fat and sugar and sends it out of the body and rescue you from the ravages of lipopolysaccharide and from the damage of inflammation inside of your body. Every diabetic or pre-diabetic, if diabetes runs through your family, don't even wait until the morning. Get your conifire. And here's the good thing about conifire. You empty the content in a cup, pour your hot water on it, you sip it as a tea. The smell is amazing and the taste is divine. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some products that we have never had before to deal with the fact that we are living in a sweet, sweet world and we are getting diabetes left, right, and center. This may be the answer because diabetes is killing my family. I have a lot of interest in this product, and this is how many persons are getting their groove back and getting back in control. It promotes anti-glycemic activity in that it prevents the sugar from your food, calories from your food to spike in your blood. It releases the calories in your food in waves and therefore give you a better control. So you don't need spiking in insulin to control spiking glucose because it did not get spiked in the first place. So ladies and gentlemen, if there was ever a product that is relevant in a world of diabetes, this product is. And I implore you to get this product along with other products to fix the things inside of your body. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing. Any more comment, Dr. Rutan?
Yes, I want to shout out to Dr. Denise and ask her just to speak to the power of our scanner, our micro scanner, because if persons really understood, because you know how you talked about the Balage and how quickly it works, persons don't understand 20 minutes, and you see a difference. So Dr. Denise, are you out there? Let me see if I can find her, make sure she's on mute.
Yes, I am, Dr. Rutan. Hi, hi, hi. Great.
Yes, I want you to speak to the micro scanner and how is it possible that we have a product that actually can work so quickly? Like to me, that's amazing.
Yes.
And that I
yes.
know for you, especially, you actually can see the difference when it happens because this is your specialty.
Yes. Well, the efficacy of that.
Sorry, Dr. Denise, please unmute.
Back. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I went back mute. Right. Anything that is taken in liquid form or obviously chelates faster, meaning absorb into the bloodstream. And the beauty about the Balage is that because of its formulation and in the absorbency into at nano technology, it can break that blood barrier and get straight into that bloodstream at the cellular level. Now you see all kinds of things going on into that blood when you do that test. From the time it hits, it gets the micro circulation, What that means, ladies and gentlemen, it's that it goes to the tiniest blood vessel, which is this capillaries in the blood cell, and it starts to, right, just as what the screen is saying, microcirculation of the blood, so that those of you who have been having seeing dark spots on the legs, varicose veins, we call it varices of veins, and so forth, it gets to those blood vessels and starts to strengthen it, oxygenate it, and picture it like an inflated balloon. Well, then you start to see the balloon starts to get inflated, blown up once more. That is what the technology of this product does because of the nutrients in the product. And I'm not going in detail about the nutrients, but that is the efficacy of the product and what happens when you take that Belage, because it oxygenates the blood, give the blood back its minerals, give it back its food, actually its food, nutrients and everything, to start that circulation in the blood. So you see a dark blood before spots, you can't even see anything because, you know, the viscosity of the blood is thick. And then you see after how the red blood cells, you see a red spot on the screen. Well, you actually, that's oxygenated blood, folks. If you look deeper, you would see all your tiny little blood cells round and nice, floating around like little balloons, singing and praising the Almighty for, wow, I got nutrient back into my body, I got food. That's the beauty of that Belage in the blood.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Denise. That is amazing. Absolutely incredible. And
Thank
we'll
you.
definitely be bringing you back on shortly. So stay close. Stay
All
close.
right.
So King Clive, continue. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, ladies. So here we have now a product called Inner 7. How about divers are having to go 1,000 feet below Okinawa, Japan? Pristine water, water that is near to algae and direct life form, the bottom of the ocean, and getting this deep sea water, and with all these minerals in it. And then to process this product in such a way that the minerals are fortified and we are getting a super product with minerals and other type of nutrients inside of it. Now, our bodies cannot run without minerals. And as a matter of fact, Dr. Linus Pauling, a Nobel Prize laureate, said all diseases can be traced to what? Mineral deficiency. Now, many of the problems you're having in your body may be as a result of not just getting enough minerals. Because guess what? Our food is void of minerals and other type of nutrients because it is refined, acidic, and is processed that makes it poisonous and nutrient lacking and inflammatory. So because it doesn't have the minerals in it, Bob Marley said we're belly full, but we're still hungry because the minerals are missing. We cannot perform certain metabolic functions in the body, allow for enzymic reactions to take place and to cause for different types of neurotransmitters even to function properly and well. So we need minerals. This product, ladies and gentlemen, may be the most important product in the company for you because you may not have many of the issues in your tissues like many other people. But because you may have a mineral deficiency, you may need to have this product as early as you can get it because this is one of the most powerful products you can get. Now, this product is designed with the 60 minerals to create an inner pH of 7 inside of your body. And we understand the need for having a pH body in the region of 7 because at that pH, the bad bacteria, many viruses, and also cancer cells do not thrive in an environment with a pH of 7. This product is designed to improve your defense mechanism. It balances your pH. It stimulates relaxation and revitalization. So, ladies and gentlemen, it relaxes your body and helps you in terms of your peristaltic movement. One of the main benefits you can see readily is when you consume this product along with their sake and so on, your bathroom transit time is very short. Instead of spending 15, 20 minutes, half an hour in the bathroom, that some persons even do devotions in the bathroom. They pray in the bathroom, they worship in the bathroom. Somebody have to knock on the door and say, you need a scissors, something like that, because you spend too much time in the bathroom. It's because sometimes the medications you take damage the nerve that is attached to your colon that will design to help you to send along the feces in your body in a timely manner. It's damaged and affected, and therefore the feces remains in the body, and the transit time is too slow. When the transit time is slow, the waste in your colon putrefies and it rots, and the smell is not so good, and the damage that is done in terms of the bad bacteria acting upon the remaining carbohydrates and things in it converts those into acetaldehyde, which is a deadly type of alcohol, which causes cirrhosis of the liver, hangovers for many persons, and the same damage alcohol will cause in your body. So it's important to have a good transit time. These products, because of how the minerals are working in the body, gives you relaxation and revitalization, and you're able to in and out of the bathroom. That is one of the first benefits you see, because you realize the bathroom time is shortened, and it improves your digestion, and you are not having this burping and those different type of things that happens when you eat your food, and your body is now able to recover the essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium, the iron, the phosphorus, and the minerals that you need so that your body can function at optimal level. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day. We have never had these products before in the Western world. We have to get this technology from Japan. This same country that has given us some of the best motor cars in the world, the best electronic devices in the world, has now overdone themselves by giving us the best nutritional supplements in the world. If you want to fix your body, if you want your body back, if you want to fix your brain and everything pertaining to your face, your eyes, if you want to get back your skin, if you want to get back your cognition, we need this product. For the rest of your body, this product. These 4 products works in synergy to give you what you call homeostasis, or balance in your body. In a balanced body, disease and sickness cannot live, because it is balanced. A body in which there is no high blood pressure, no low blood pressure, a body in which the temperature is right, a body that can fight COVID and anything else that comes along, a body that is able to deal with anything that is affecting you or would like to attack you, because your body is now fortified by the Sanki product. They have to go next door with their tricks, because your body is under Sanki management. Let that management start not too long from now, but start today, start tomorrow, and get your body in a place of health, because that is where the natural state of the body is not sickness. Your natural state of your body is health. And if you are taking any medication or any gymnastics in the day in order to live, that is not the way the body wants to live. Your body wants to be healthy. Your body needs to be healthy. Queen Dr. Denise, over to you.
Listen, Clive, that is amazing. I love this Inner 7. This, guys, for persons that I have severe nerve pain. I will tell you, when I started back in December 2019, and for any doctors on the line, you're going to hear my pill list, and I'll tell you what I've come to. So when I started back in 2019, December, I was taking, first of all, 300 milligrams of tramadol per day. So I was taking 100 milligrams of tramadol 3 times a day. I was taking 1,200 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day. So I was at the max threshold for gabapentin. That's how severe the nerve pain was down my spinal column and down my legs, down my right arm, which was completely numb. Okay. And I was also taking 1,000 milligrams of Celsep. That is the immune suppressant drug. I am now off of tramadol. I haven't taken tramadol since 2019. So that's 300 milligrams out the door. Push that down the drain. I am now taking 600 milligrams of gabapentin 3 times a day. So literally, I have cut my drug intake in half. Why? Because I take my Belage and my Inner 7. I take my Belage and my Cronwy and my Inner 7 together. I mix them all together. I take the Hasaki. Okay, so I am saying this to say that if you have persons that are suffering with nerve pains, debilitating pains, these products work. Because to come off of tramadol, listen, that right there is one of them like fly like a kite type of drug. Type of drugs. So I am telling you, if you know persons that are suffering in, this pain, and like we say, we're not here to cure or mitigate any disease, but if you heard what King Clive was saying, is that we're dealing with the gut. We're trying to make sure that your gut is in order. And once that happens, guess what? The whole body takes notice and says, okay, I'm ready. So I know you're on this line saying, okay, I've heard all of this, but where and how do I get it? How do I get it? Well, first of all, you need to get back to the person that brought you to this call and say, listen, I want some of this. I need to get this in my system like today. Where do I go? How do I start? Well, this is how you start, guys. These are the different packages you can start with if you want to join us as a business partner. And maybe that's not you. You just want to get the product. Well, get back to the person that brought you to this call and say, listen, I want the product in hand. How do I get it? Where do I go? What is your link? I want your link and I want your link today. And once you do that, guys, this is going to allow you to get that product in hand. And yes, we have fulfillment centers in Jamaica, Trinidad, Bahamas, Turks Island. So we're spread out over the Caribbean, and we're going to soon be even further. That is what we're trying to do, make it easier for you to get your product. And what does that mean to have a fulfillment center? That means you can get your product within 72 hours or less. Okay, where and when? At Sanki Global. That's how we do it, guys. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to get back to the person that brought you to this call. We had over 100 participants on this call today. So get back to them, follow up with them, ask them if they got on. What did they think? Do they want to try it? When do they want to start? And King Clive, I want to say amazing, absolutely incredible job. And let me check the chat. Let's see if there's any questions here for Dr. Denise. In Jamaica, where can I get the products? King Clive, you can answer that. And let's see.
Okay, the general thing is, if you get back to the person who invited you to the call, they will tell you the process by which you can get it. But we have an office in Jamaica, and you can get your product in 48 hours. That's the good news.
Excellent. Dr. Denise, we have a question in the chat. I just want you to check it out. It said someone with polycystic kidney disease, can they take these products? So if possible, if you can jump on and just answer that, that would be absolutely amazing.
Yes. Yes, Dr. Ruth and Queen Ruth, and I'm here. Yes, these products are supplements for the body. It is food for the body. And once you start taking these products, it is going to help, because polycystic kidneys, PKD, and all these things that goes together that brings about that is because the digestive system has gone out of whack. So it will start to affect the liver, the pancreas, the spleen, the gallbladder. So when the digestion goes off, it means that your body's metabolizing is not happening in the rate in which it should at 1 hour after you eat a meal. So all these things will start to push back into the body. You will start to have fluid retention. The kidneys will start to, gather fluid, gather a lot of the nephrons there is going to start to degenerate, because remember, the kidneys not only flush the body's liquids, it also has its circulatory system that works side by side. So a lot of these things, it's very, very intricate, but at the end of the day, especially the inner seven, Master Clive talk about that. It has all these wonderful minerals, the magnesium, calcium, potassium, selenium, all of those helps. The calcium helps to reduce the body's acidity, which is important for the kidneys in functioning, especially with the proteins as well, breaking down the copper, which regulates the blood cholesterol, selenium, giving the added vitamin C, and also the magnesium to convert the blood sugar to energy. And that is what you want happening to the kidneys, because once it starts to, the proteins are not breaking down, you will start having things like uric acid building up into the body, which causes a lot of, joint pains and different things, clotting of the blood, and all of these things happening. So yes, I would suggest the whole combination, the Hasaki, the Belage, the Inner Seven, and the Crenu, because that works like a baby at night in terms of breaking down the fats in the bloodstream. I hope that answers the question. Back to you, Dr. Ruthan.
Yes, that sounds about right for that answer. And then we have, persons asking when is the best time to take the Hasaki? I know in the nutritional booklet it says morning time, but definitely it is something that can be taken at any time. But I know
Yes.
the suggestion is to take it first thing in the morning. I guess to get that body started and everything moving where it should be. And then someone also said, what's the best product for sleep apnea? I would say the Cronwe, but what do you think, Dr. Denise?
Yes, the Crenu and also the NR7. It's good because the minerals, especially magnesium, is going to help regulate the adrenal glands as well, and also starts the body relaxation and give a healthy nervous system. So together, that's a great combi.
Awesome, awesome. We have one more question. It says, can someone with stage 4 cancer take these products? He's really in a bad state. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, because as I said, it's a supplement nutrition for the body. So once you give the body nutrition, I mean, I wouldn't go into depth with cancer cells because I most of my cases are cancer cases, but according to using the product, once we regulate metabolism, the body metabolizes, it breaks down, it do what it's supposed to do. All the cells in the body, especially the belage, it sends the signal to those rogue cells so that it can give corrective measures in terms of protein cells and all of these things that um, starts to build in cancer cells. So all these abnormalities that we will be seeing there, it's going to start doing a regulating of these body cells, activate the stem cells activity so that we can, break down and do what is required for healthy cells to start rising. So we're going to see a lot of things happening. I will suggest the total combination of all four products because you're doing a reverse recover and restore. So you are cleaning, you are meaning you are detoxing, you are regulating, and then you're putting back good nutrition in the body. So that is what happens. Again, we have to understand the products will do its work, but the person has to be on a specialized diet. They have to know what their do's and don'ts, especially in this sedentary lifestyle we live. So there are some do's and don'ts when you are on the product, because a lot of people tend to think, okay, great, I have the fantastic form using, so I can eat any old thing, do any old thing. No, 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 you have to be disciplined as well, because there are things that you need to do to help the body get where it needs to be, because at this stage it means that it has already gone through its lifespan in certain areas in the cells. So we have to regulate that. Dr. Ruth, back to you.
Yes, wow, that is amazing. So I want to say to whomever has the recording of this, we are having requests. People are private inboxing me saying, listen, some people had some issues getting on. I want the recording. So we're going to get that recording out. So I know King Clive or Mr. Townsend, King Townsend will deal with that. And we will get this recording out to those persons that requested for sure, for sure. But like I said, get back to the person that brought you to this call. That's all your job right now is to literally hang up from here and just click, 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 and get with that person and say, thank you so much for inviting me. I want to know more. I want to know more and I need to know more. Okay. And so for those persons that are asking, I have high potassium, which is a side effect of high blood pressure medication. Can I take these supplements? Is there any thought on that, Dr. Denise?
Yes, we can take the supplements. High blood pressure, again, the inner seven, the belage, the Crenu is going to help start regulating that, because it supports it balances the pH in the body, supports the fat burning system, and it also helps in the potassium regulating the heart and muscles. Many people tends to think that they having high potassium levels because there are a lack of certain minerals in the body, and that is where we need the inner seven comes in. I mean, they just have a few on the back of the box, but there's over 50 other minerals out there, some sub minerals in there that helps to regulate all of these things. So once these signals are promoting and transferring and doing what it's doing there, the body is going to regulate and help the system to regulate that high blood pressure, because it simply means that the blood is thickening and the body is losing the consistency of blood flow. The vessels are thrombosing. All right. So we're having thrombosis of the veins. So it is collapsing. So you have to picture your blood vessels, arteries, and are like elasticity. When it stretches out, it wears off. That is what happened to the blood vessels, and it gets thin. And then you say you're suffering from atherosclerosis and all of these wonderful names the doctors put a label on. But it simply means that the body is lack of minerals, and minerals strengthen these vessels in the body. So hey, if you're in a dire state and with these conditions, all you have to do is just double up on your products. You might have to take 2 packs a day in a certain, timeline, and then you can go back to maintenance. So this is what, when the body is in a inflamed state, you double up and then you go on maintenance after, because as Master Clive said, it comes to a part where the body becomes homeostasis. Folks, these products are to activate what is dormant in your body. Our bodies were not made to supplement all the time and take a vitamin C, take a this, take a that, take the other. It was made to make these minerals in the system. But because of our sedentary lifestyle, because of what we have been eating, our bodies have been modifying from the day we were born. So we have to put back nutrition in it. So this is what these products are all about, is nutrition. Folks, when I study genetics and genomes and genes, it is 98% nutrition. It's just 2% genetic in dysfunction. So what we need is to put food back into our body. Thanks, Dr. Rutan.
Yeah, I need people to just hear what you just said, because I know with me, and I know we've gone over our time, and I apologize for that, but I know for me, when I first started, I literally was taking sometimes up to 6 packs of Balage per day, because
Yes.
that's what Dr. Behe Diaz said that you could. And
Yes.
like, for instance, today, I wanted to try something because I really wanted to try and do a fluid diet, like, and don't really eat anything and see what happened. And I wanted to see like what my pain levels would be. And so this morning when I got up, the first thing I did was drink a hot cup of Cronwy with Inner 7. And I know you're thinking, well, Cronwy is for sleep. Well, the funny thing about the Cronwy Fire is that it puts you to sleep when your body's supposed to go to sleep. It doesn't
That's
put you to
right.
sleep beforehand. And so that's what people don't understand about it. It actually puts you to sleep when your body is meant to go to sleep. When you are fatigued and tired, guess what? You can knock out.
That's
But
right.
before then, it's actually dealing with the thermogenesis of the fat and the cleaning up the arteries and making sure everything's clean. It takes all of that stuff out. So I literally took that this morning. Then I had a piece of toast at around like 3 o'clock, because I started to get a little hungry. I had not eaten all day. And literally then at around 6 o'clock, I then drank another hot cup of the
Yes.
Balage and Inner 7. And I felt good. And the funny thing is, normally at around 12 o'clock, I could feel my body itching for the Neurontin. Like my nerves are starting to like tingle.
Yes.
Guys, I had no tingle. I had no, God, you need your drugs. You need your drugs. You need your drugs. There was no need. 1 o'clock, my alarm went off, and I hadn't even realized it was 1 o'clock. So I was like, wow, that showed me something. That showed me that nutrition that I put in first thing in the morning before anything else, it did something. It activated something within my body.
That's
And
right.
I'm telling you guys, the products do what they say you're going to do. But like Dr. Denise said, everybody's body has gone through a state of shock or a state of survival for years. So we have to, take that into consideration when we're dealing with the reverse, the recover, restore. For me, I've been doing this for a year and I know it's worked. But some people might have not been consistent for a year because they'd say, man, I ain't taking these products for a year. Oh, they're costly. Oh, this. But, I saw some pictures from Dr. Alcantara in Mexico. And like he said, they saved some person's feet and legs were saved from taking the Balage and taking the Inner 7. And like he said, what did it cost to save that person's leg? $200. Like, what do you
Amazing.
want? What is
Oh
the
my.
balance? Like, do you
Wow.
do you want $200 or do you want a lifetime without a leg? Which one is more costly to you? So it goes back to what is most important. Is your health important? You cannot have, money and wealth if you don't have health. And that saying that always says, the wealth of the nation is hidden within the health of a nation. So if we're not healthy, we can't have a wealthy nation. It isn't going to work.
That's
So
right.
get back to the person that brought you to this call. I admonish you, get back to the person that brought you to this call. And I cannot say it more than that. And Lorna, insomnia would be the Cronwy Fire. That's the product that you would take if you have insomnia. Just consume that. That is going to help with your sleep. Listen, those Japanese black beans are bad to the bone. And you would be amazed to know that within the Cronwy sits the Balage. The rosemary and the olives are in the Cronwy.
Yes.
So when you take that Cronwy at night, that's a double shot. You don't take the Balage in the day. Now you're taking a double shot at night.
Wow.
Listen, if y'all see the white papers on these products, it will blow your mind. Blow your mind. And then for those that are on this call saying, hold on, I ain't sick, ain't nothing wrong with me. Listen, if you know persons that are athletes, persons that are health enthusiasts, we have a lady on the line. She is a runner. She's a marathon runner. She knocked off 19 minutes off of her time on her New York marathon. And like she said, she hit no wall. Energy was there throughout the entire race. Why? Balaj, Hasaki. Are you hearing me? Mexican athletes, the Olympians, they are on our products. Okay? They utilize these products on a daily basis. This isn't something that they play with. Soccer players, tennis players, they take the products because they know what it does. It enhances what your body is capable of doing, takes you up a notch, gives you that energy. And we have the gold standard seal and stamp on these things. So it shows that there's no drugs in it. So if you know athletes, those runners, all of these, the swimmers, the tennis players, the products are for them. The Balage, they can take these products. We have the stamp on all of our products, the gold seal. If you need those certificates, let us know. We can provide them. We can show you. One thing about Sanki, transparency is key.
Wow.
We are very transparent on what we are capable of doing from what we are not able to do. So get back to the person that brought you to this call. Ask them for that information if you need it. This is what we are here for. And I absolutely love this company. And like King Clive said, there's a level of service. There's a level of humility, gratitude. That is what we are about. That is what we are about here at Sanki. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Yes. Just one thing I want to inject before we close off, pass over to you. Our system cannot absorb a certain amount of nutrition throughout the course of the day. So I encourage my patients, when we have to dosage our system, between 6 to 8 hours, nutrition is absorbed. So we don't want to waste our Sanki products. So I would tell persons that they can do half within 8 hours, the other half within the next 8 hours, so the body gets nutrition throughout the course of the day to do its work, because you don't want to take something and the rest just goes off in the draft, right? You need to have this going, especially where your body is at this point in time. A lot of persons, this might be a little techie, but just for information, for those of you who are still on tonight, I want you to understand your system is very intricate. It is made up, as Master Clive said, the microbiome is an intelligence of its own in the system. Every organ function has its own intelligence that works within the human biome, the human body. And what we have to understand of lately, of which we know, the double helix in our system, which is the DNA strands, these wrong spiral things you see with little colors and balls and so forth, that's your DNA strand. It was revealed. And as persons like some of us here, some doctors here know from a genetic and genome standpoint, when you study it, we only know two. We call them the double helix. But what has been happening, it has been multiplying. Why? Because our body is like it's mutating because of the things that we are putting in our system. So when now you say, okay, this is a problem that I have and I'm using it for this, what you might see happening, you might see the blood pressure is spiking, or or the sugar is going again sweeter, but in a good and a bad way. But what is actually happening, the products are working on other areas that needs to be corrected before it reaches that point. So that is what want to impress in your spirit, is that not that it's not working. Oh my gosh, I'm taking this and 3 days. Some people feel it in 3 hours, some 3 days, 3 years, 3 months, is according to how you're taking it. If your system has a certain particular way in which it works, now these products are regulating to get the body back to how your circadian rhythm supposed to work and all the organs supposed to function. So I just want to impress that into the team tonight, so that you have an understanding why and how and when the products and what it is doing. Not that it's not doing anything, but it is working underneath and coming up to the top. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr.
Well,
Denise.
allow me just
Go
to
ahead.
say,
Go ahead, King Clive.
yes, I
Yes,
just want to
please.
apologize on behalf of Miss Beverly Holness, who was
Yes.
not able to continue on the call because of internet situations.
Yeah, she said her
But
internet was
she's,
going in and
yeah,
out.
man, but she's very much a part of this. We are happy for her energy. We are happy for the energy of Queen Dr. Denise. I want to thank the energy also of Dr. Denise, and also um, our
Don't remember
other
don't
Dr.
remember
persons,
King,
Rutan.
don't remember me.
other persons. I
Don't
know it's
remember
happening in.
me.
I guess just want to say to the persons who have made it to the call tonight, I thank you so much. You have allowed us to go to a full 100 tonight. What if each of us was to invite one person and say, hey, we have Microbiome University on Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Would you like to come and learn about your microbiome? This each person would were to invite one person, you can never tell the difference that you make in that person's life. So I really encourage you. I really thank you, and we bless you so much for making this happen. And also to say the microbiome, we want to start this microbiome movement, and we will be doing something soon to get persons to register as being a member of the Caribbean American microbiome movement, so that we can move it across the globe. And we are the first persons to be a member of it. So tell me, yeah, give me some feedback and tell me if you're interested in that. I will see where I go from here. But thanks again, everyone. Queen Dr. Rutan, you are an amazing hostess. We thank Bev, we thank all the other persons who shared on the call tonight. Dr. Denise, you are just a fantastic human being, and all the other occupants, all the other persons who participated in this call tonight to make it happen. We thank you, we love you. Hope you have a beautiful night. Dr. Rutan, you want to close off?
Thank you so much, guys. Have a fabulous evening. And like he said, we'll be back here next week, 7:30, same place, same link. And we look forward to serving you. And listen, I can't do it like Queen Bev, and you know how she does it, but this is Ruthann, Dr. Ruthann from Freeport, Bahamas, signing off. I know I don't sound like her because, she's have that little extra there. I don't have no extra. Only could be myself. So Queen Bev, I'm sorry that I'm not able to do it like you, but love you, love you, love you to pieces. And
Love
y'all
you
have a
guys.
fantastic evening. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy.
Night,
Good night,
night.
guys.
Thank you.